Child abuse and neglect know no boundaries. They happen in households of every income and every color, and they occur all around us, hidden in plain sight. What began in 1983 as the Norfolk and then Hampton Roads Committee for Prevention of Child Abuse has evolved today into Champions for Children Prevent Child Abuse Hampton Roads.
There's always been child abuse and neglect, but over the years we learned the long-term damage and cost on human beings that it made. And so it's important to get out and do primary prevention. And our organization is geared towards educating the public and starting programs that keep children from ever having to be abused or neglected.
Child abuse and neglect affect over 1 million U.S. children every year and cost society an estimated $258 million a day. In Virginia, a child is abused or neglected every 75 minutes. A quarter of statewide child fatalities from abuse or neglect happen right here in Hampton Roads.
We lobby for resources, for programs to prevent abuse, because once people are abused, it costs us so much.
Over more than 30 years, we have sharpened our focus on the 3 critical areas in primary prevention to stop child abuse from ever happening. First, awareness.
Kids don't come with instructions.
From public service announcements to events that raise both awareness and funds, Champions for Children Prevent Child Abuse Hampton Roads has spearheaded awareness campaigns throughout the region and continues with new efforts and events today.
The Blue Ribbon campaign was started here in Portsmouth, Virginia by a grandmother who was unable to rescue her grandson who died from abuse or neglect. And in his memory, she started carrying a blue ribbon on her car antenna.
What started in Portsmouth in 1989 grew into a national campaign. Today, blue pinwheels and ribbons commemorate National Child Abuse Prevention Month every April. Second, education. Our volunteers and experts deliver several training programs to adults who care for children in how to recognize, react, and prevent child abuse from ever happening. And third, advocacy. Over the past 30 years, we have advocated for new and revised laws, better enforcement of existing laws, and policy changes.
One of the challenges we have is shifting the way we want to look at expenses, for example. We as a society aren't really ready to put the big bucks in until the big damage has been done, and we can see those scars.
Our efforts to prevent child abuse and neglect have resulted in some significant progress, including child advocacy funding and parenting classes, a safe haven law to protect newborns and the mothers who can't care for them, policies requiring hospitals and social services to teach new parents about shaken baby dangers and sleep safety, and stiffer penalties for unlicensed child care providers when a child dies or becomes severely injured in their care.
Almost everything a person does is impacted by their upbringing. And if it's abusive or neglectful, then their lives are impacted forever. Their health, their success on the job, their success in school, whether they commit crimes, whether they become substance abusers. All of these things are factors that are tremendously influenced by adverse childhood experiences.
Champions for Children Prevent Child Abuse Hampton Roads works to do more than simply change the conversation. We must open the door to the realities of child abuse or neglect. Effective communication, awareness of the problem, engagement in solution. These lead to real changes and successful prevention. Champions for Children Prevent Child Abuse Hampton Roads. Won't you join us in the fight to protect our most innocent citizens?